Let's get started on Module 6, Configuring and Managing Virtual Storage. In this module, we will discuss storage concepts, configuring iSCSI storage, configuring NAS/NFS storage, VMFS data stores, virtual storage area network, and virtual volumes. Let's start out with storage concepts. But first, let's just do a little bit of a review to make sure we are clear on the difference between a production network and a storage area network. The production network is where the user's workstations connect to a switch which connects to the ESXi host. The purpose of the production network is to carry user traffic from users to virtual machines which are running on the ESXi host. Now, a storage area network is used to connect disk arrays by way of a switch to the ESXi host. And the purpose of the storage area network is to carry traffic from virtual machines on the ESXi host to the disk arrays. Virtual machine storage. When you create a virtual machine, where can you put the virtual hard disk and the virtual machine files? If we go to our ESXi host and right-click and select New Virtual Machine and select Custom followed by Next and give the virtual machine a name and click on Next, we will see that we can store the virtual machine files and the virtual hard disks either on local data storage, or we can store them on an iSCSI storage area network data store, or we can store them on an NFS data store. vSphere 6 supports multiple storage area network technologies. Virtual machines running on ESXi hosts can save data to a VMFS data store. And the VMF data store can save data to various storage area network technologies, such as direct attached storage, fiber channel over Ethernet, iSCSI, and you could even implement NFS on a NAS network attached storage. By the end of this section, you will be able to see that a virtual machine saves files to a virtual hard disk, which is a file on the VMFS data store, which is a logical volume on a LUN, which contains the storage area network hard disks. Storage area network components. A data store is a place where data is stored. And the storage protocol overview shows that data can be stored in a variety of places. A data store can be accessible by way of fiber channel over Ethernet, iSCSI, NFS, or direct attached storage. Let's take a look at direct attached storage, and then we will look at the others. When we say direct attached storage, what that means is that the hard disks are inside of the ESXi host. And the problem with that is that multiple ESXi hosts cannot share a common hard disk. So the solution is to get a storage area network. A storage area network provides shared storage. It allows many ESXi hosts to access the same hard disk. To create a storage area network, you get a disk array, and you connect the disk array to the ESXi host using a switch. And then the virtual machines can save data to the disks in the disk array. Here is an example of a storage area network connecting multiple ESXi hosts to a single disk array. And this is a very common configuration that you will see a lot. Multiple ESXi hosts can all save files and can all access the same disk array. Here is another diagram that shows the same thing. It shows that multiple virtual machines running on different ESXi hosts can all access the same data store. And you might say, why would you want to do that? Why is shared storage so important? And the reason that we want shared storage is because it allows us to implement advanced features of vSphere, particularly high availability, fault tolerance, and DRS, distributed resource scheduling, which is a form of load balancing. Storage area network technologies are technologies that connect the ESXi host to the disk array. Among those technologies are fiber channel, iSCSI, and network attached storage. Now, a fiber channel storage area network is high speed. A fiber channel storage area network uses fiber optic cable to connect fiber channel host bus adapters to fiber channel switches to form a fiber channel storage area network. And the reason we do this is to allow multiple ESXi hosts to access the same disk array. Fiber channel is great, 16 gigabits per second, but it ain't cheap. A fiber channel adapter would be $2,000, and a fiber channel switch, $20,000. This is why we like iSCSI. iSCSI uses standard gigabit Ethernet switches to connect ESXi hosts to disk arrays. And the advantage of iSCSI is the significantly lower cost because we are using Ethernet switches, which we typically already have in the organization. Let's now look at logical components of a storage area network. They include LUN, logical unit number, VMFS, virtual machine file system, Datastore, and VHDs, virtual hard disks. Here is our disk array. And on the disk array is a LUN, a logical unit number. A LUN is a container that contains all or some of the disks in the disk array. A LUN is created on the disk array. A VMFS data store is a logical volume which occupies the LUN. And virtual machines store virtual hard disks to the VMFS data store. And as you know, a virtual hard disk is a file which appears as a physical hard disk to the virtual machine. Virtual machines store virtual hard disks to the VMFS data store. In summary, a virtual machine saves files to a virtual hard disk, which is a file on the VMFS data store, which is a logical volume on a LUN. And a LUN spans multiple disks in a storage area network disk array. And in the next section, we will discuss configuring iSCSI.